Hello, and welcome to another update video about ADA. ADA currently shows some strong upside momentum. We want to talk about this structurally. It might still be related to short-term bullish news around this ADA ETF application. So that certainly had a bit of an impact as a catalyst. But it's not anything that is not meant to happen. Ideally, we are going to see this upside move that we are still expecting in the yellow scenario. This is the daily chart. You know that the yellow count allows for one more low, not one more low, one more high, actually. So this is like the last rally of this cycle, at least that's my assumption. And before a major top forms, ideally. And the idea is that we are likely going to see prices in this target range, 172, 236, maybe 295. So it is a bullish analysis. We just need to see how the market reacts after this high. I think here, as well as on the Bitcoin chart and many other charts, the potential is that this is going to be a substantial top. Okay, I'm not calling for a bear market after that. It could be that it's simply the wave 4, large wave 4 that happens afterwards. But even then, it would be a substantial correction, and I would not necessarily want to rely on it holding a higher low here. So I think after the next high, we have to be very cautious, not bearish until support levels break, just cautious. And at the moment, I still think another high is highly likely. That's what I'm tracking, even though the short-term patterns on ADA and most of the other altcoin charts are pretty messy at the moment in this cycle. But nevertheless, I'm still tracking higher. And yeah, as you know, if you watched previous videos, $1.42 is the next upside target, but only really the next one. And we've got $1.72. Seems very likely we're going to get there. 236, also realistic. And anything above, I think, is a bit of a stretch, because it would be quite long for an internal fifth wave in the yellow scenario. But again, I'm not going to call for a major top until support levels break. What those support levels will be, can't say that yet. We need to see what support is once we break above the high from the December top at 132. Then we can start to add new support levels. Until then, this support area remains relevant, really, So for now, I'm still watching. I'm watching a micro support area, however, at the moment on the smaller time frame, which is holding. Did hold. Price actually moved into the next support area, and I think it's just leaving it to the upside. So overall, ADA is currently following the overall bullish scenario. So let's take a look at the smaller time frame, which is here on the 30-minute chart. And yeah, we talked in previous days about these two support areas, which, as always, are typically the areas where the price would likely reverse from a local downtrend into an uptrend. We have seen an initial recovery after the strong sell-off on the 3rd of February. It was all bought up, yeah. Okay, not all of it. The sell-off basically started up here around 98 cents. The price dropped pretty much 50%, but then recovered substantially, and we're now trading around 80 cents again. But we are only now approaching the high from February, from early February. Now, as I said to you already in the last week or so, the pullback afterwards really looked corrective. So overlapping, choppy, just corrective, really. Which means that we are expecting still further upside. The price reacted to the 50% fib level and rallied. So I explained to you this could simply be the A wave of a third wave. Because if the initial recovery was a wave 1, then it is likely just the wave 1 of a larger diagonal pattern. Then this was the wave 2 pullback. It landed where it needed to land in a wave 2. The third wave would also be an ABC structure. Wave A likely topped. That was the 3-wave rally that unfolded between the 9th of Feb and the 11th of February. Then we said, okay, maybe this is now a B wave. Okay, it already landed here in support. Maybe that was the B wave low. But I think as long as we stay below the early February high at around 82 cents, another dip into support is likely. Doesn't mean it has to happen, but it often takes these cryptos several attempts to break out. And then from there, a C-wave rally could unfold. Okay, if the C-wave rally is already unfolding, and the white count for now is alternative, marked by the question mark. But yeah, I mean, if it goes up more directly, it would be something like that, like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Obviously gotta change the color here. So this would be a directly bullish pathway. And again, shouldn't be a surprise given that it's already marked out here as a potential. As always, when these levels are reached, the price can react and turn around. Short-term ADA's chart, price action looks most constructive from many of these altcoins. If I compare it with other altcoin charts, most of them are just doing nothing. ADA here at least shows some short-term upside momentum. Again, the catalyst is around this ETF probably, the application. And what we are tracking now is, however, primarily still the potential for one more dip into the support area, right? So that's all I can say. What we need to watch out for, and oops, this line shifted for some reason. What we want to see is a break above this 82-cent level for further confirmation, and then the focus will shift to this next upside Fibonacci zone between 87 and 94 cents. But this is simply an area where resistance could occur. Overall, this C wave up, which might have started, but probably not after another dip, this should be a 5-wave move, and eventually we want to get above the $1 mark. Yeah? And overall, at the moment, the initial micro support is located here between 68 cents and 75. This is support for this B wave pullback here. Any break below 68 cents will likely send us back into the lower support region. Lower support here between 56 cents and 65 cents. So this would still be, relevant for now. Would still be relevant, but not. It's not preferred that this support area will be tested again until the price breaks below 68 cents. So yeah, no other information here at the moment that the chart would give to us. As I said, this rally was in 3 waves, so it's all not necessarily high probability. But as I said, ADA's chart action looks more constructive than what other charts are doing. So I think if there is another dip into support, might be worth watching here for a reversal attempt. That's the update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. And if you are interested in more and additional content, in-depth analysis, check out our main channel, MCO Global. Here I publish videos about not only cryptocurrencies, but also the stock market. I covered the S&P recently, the NASDAQ. I made a video yesterday about the altcoin season. We talked about, as I said, the NASDAQ, the Chinese index, the Hang Seng, MicroStrategy or strategy. And maybe one of the next videos could be an exploration of the ADA, the potential ADA ETF, what it could do to the price, implications. Let me know if you're interested in that. And then check out the channel. You'll find a link in the description. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.